What is up, guys? In today's video, we have some brand new information about what could be changing on the Fortnite map in the next update. So we're going to go over all these news and information, and then we have a few theories on what it could be. Two of them are kind of not really that likely, but one of them I think is pretty much guaranteed to be it. But I think the other two will be fun to talk about anyways. If you guys do enjoy this video or find it helpful or informative, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you would like to see more, and comment down below what you think this POI change is going to be and which theory you would be most excited to see. Also, if you would like to use me for a supporter creator, my code is EvolveJake. It's underneath the webcam. If you guys want to use that in the item shop when purchasing skins, it would be greatly appreciated. It helps fund the channel and you buy things that you were already going to buy anyways. So we've known that Daily Bugle was going to be changing for a while now because the reality routes have been spreading to different POIs, and it was leaked a while ago which POIs they were going to. And Bugle was one of them from the start. And the route has sprouted at Daily Bugle with this past week's update. So it's pretty obvious Bugle will be changing on the 16th. However, we just thought it would be like what we've seen from the reality route for most of the season, where the POI remains mostly the same besides some thematic changes, like how Sleepy Sound and Condo Canyon, the houses sections changed into like coral houses or Roman Coliseum houses, or Wild West houses, but the way the POI plays out doesn't change too much as a result of that, you know? So we thought that's what Bugle would be because that's what we've seen so far for most of Season 3. However, the Fortnite competitive Twitter account recently tweeted, "Heads up competitors, a Northeast POI will be getting a major change in the next game update ahead of our Battle Royale Console Champions Cup. Make sure you have more than one drop spot you're comfortable with." And you might be like, okay, so what? They confirmed a map change that we already know that's going to happen is going to happen. But they haven't tweeted this for any of the other map changes this season. They didn't tweet this for Logjam. They didn't tweet this for Butter Barn changing. They didn't tweet anything like this when Sleepy Sound or Condo changed. The only other time they've tweeted something like this was this tweet here, which says, "Keep your eyes on the temple between Rocky Reels and the Joneses. It may be getting some significant changes on July 5th, and we wanted to give our competitive community a heads up to prepare." And that ended up being the Indiana Jones collab POI, where the temple changed into like a completely different area. It was still a temple, but it definitely plays way different now than what it did before. So I feel like these tweets kind of lead to you to assume that whatever changes with Bugle is going to be something pretty significant, more so than what we've seen for most of this season's changes. So we have a few theories on what this could be. One is Capsule Corp, a Dragon Ball collab. That is the most likely, and we'll get into that one last and explain why it's the most likely. The second is Fortress Vader. I don't think this is very likely. And then the final is Pleasant Park, which would be really interesting, and that is the one I'm actually most excited to talk about because I think it would be really cool. So Fortress Vader, I'm just going to get that out of the way. The reason why I don't think this makes sense, this is something that a lot of people thought would be happening early on this season because Daily Bugle was a Spider-Man POI, and Chapter 3 Season 1 had a lot of Spider-Man collabs going on, so it made sense that it was there in Chapter 3 Season 1. But we all thought it would change in Season 2, and it didn't. And then when Season 3 was rumored to have a Star Wars collab with Darth Vader, a lot of people thought Bugle would become Fortress Vader because it makes sense for that POI to change, and it makes sense for it to be a Star Wars-themed POI, and Fortress Vader is like inside of a volcano or whatever. But I don't think this is going to happen because we've had Darth Vader on the map for several weeks now, and if you were going to make a Darth Vader POI, wouldn't it make it the most sense to do it when he appears? Like, I just don't think Fortress Vader is too likely. So Pleasant Park is really interesting because for many reasons. So if you guys aren't aware and you didn't play the end of the season event in Chapter 2, Season 8, which was the transition between Chapter 2 and Chapter 3, the Chapter 3 map was underneath the Chapter 2 map the entire time. And the conclusion to that event was the map flipping over. And with how the map flipped over, if this was Pleasant Park at the top left of the Chapter 2 map, when the map flipped over, it would have ended up on the top right of the Chapter 3 map. So Bugle is actually underneath of Pleasant Park, or Pleasant Park is actually underneath of Bugle. So this fan favorite POI could end up returning to the Fortnite map. It's not too likely, but it would be really interesting and really exciting, and it would play into like the whole lore of this map being the flip side of the Chapter 2 map, and maybe we could see some POIs emerging through that via the reality tree or something along those lines. Also, another interesting thing that has came out recently about Pleasant Park is that Marshmello randomly tweeted that he misses Pleasant Park. And I'm sure many of you know Marshmello is in Fortnite, and there's been like several collabs going back and forth between Marshmello and Fortnite, and you might be like, okay, he misses his POI, whatever. But in Chapter 1, Season 7, there was actually a Marshmello concert at Pleasant Park. So he could have been hinting at the return of Pleasant Park by this tweet. And it would kind of make sense because we thought there would be concerts for the summer event that didn't happen. So maybe Pleasant Park comes back and there's another Marshmello concert at Pleasant Park. So I think that'd be really cool. I would love for Pleasant Park to come back. I think it's a really good POI. It's been one of my favorite POIs from the Chapter 2 map for sure. I didn't like it as much in Chapter 1, but I did start enjoying it towards the end of Chapter 1. And definitely for Chapter 2, it was a POI that I really liked. So it'd be really cool to see it return. It'd be, a great map change, and it would also just be really cool, like, story-wise for it to come back. But what I think is the most likely is that this is going to be a Dragon Ball-themed POI, because we've known about the Dragon Ball collab coming for a while, and many leakers and news sources have kind of hinted at the fact that this will be a significant collab, more so than a lot of other collabs that we've seen that are just like skins or cosmetics. This is going to change the game a decent amount. So it makes sense for it to be a Dragon Ball themed POI, but Fortnite actually just tweeted today teasing the Dragon Ball collab and confirming it, and confirming that it's coming August 16th. So the same exact day as this update that's going to change Bugle is going to be the same exact day that the Dragon Ball update is coming, confirmed by Epic Games. They actually changed the background of the game as well. Now when you're in the pregame lobby, there's a Dragon Ball themed background. So I think it is most likely that this is going to be some sort of Dragon Ball themed POI, maybe Capsule Corp, maybe something else, but it's very likely that Bugle will be some sort of Dragon Ball themed or collab POI, which could be really interesting. I'm not a huge fan of Dragon Ball. I mean, I don't dislike it either. I've just never really watched it, but I do like a lot of the collab POIs, even if they aren't for things that I even liked. Like Gotham City, for example, I really liked, and I haven't seen a Batman movie ever in my life to my knowledge. And there's been several other collab POIs, like Stark Industries was a really good POI. So just because you might not be into Dragon Ball doesn't mean this won't be a great POI. And if you are into Dragon Ball, I'm sure you'll just like it for like thematic reasons and being able to see something from the show in Fortnite. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Which theory do you think is most likely to be true? Like I already said, I think it's Dragon Ball. I think that one makes the most sense. But if we did get Pleasant Park back via the reality tree, like dragging it through the map or something, I think that would be really, really cool. But let me know all that in the comments below. I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. I think these people know how to play in game based on how they've been playing. They've just all been doing nothing. And I could have height for free at one point with a shockwave. Like, we'll probably just, depending on what zone does, get ahead on the next and then take height with shockwave. I don't know, we got bar rotate. This isn't good. I had to burn way too much mats to do this. And no one else saw it. That's annoying. Oh my gosh. It is. Alright. My plan kind of worked out there. I just like tunneled out the complete wrong way for some reason. Like I thought when I like diagonal tunneled to like the far left, I thought that's where zone was. And then that other player had more shockwaves than me. And like if you're trying to shockwave take height like that, it's really just a like arms race of who has more shockwaves. But that other lady just like threw because I don't know what she was doing. When she boogied me, I just went into storm to get rid of the boogie.